Water levels are low in this brook in Glendale, Nova Scotia, and has left this fire hydrant that serves the rural area useless, according to the local fire chief.
For the last 4.5 years, it hasn't worked for us.
Last weekend, the department was called to a major structure fire nearby. They called in 4 neighboring departments to help shuttle water because there was no working dry hydrant in the area.
When we're dragging water from far away, you're putting more firefighters at risk, you're putting their equipment that's on the road at risk, and you're putting the public that are driving on these roads at risk.
In the case of the structure fire this past weekend, the fire chief says they had to travel to this fire hydrant here in Port Hastings to draw water, which he says was nearly a 45-kilometer round trip.
Well, my concern was, if it catches the trees, like what's going to happen there.
Amber Smith says the weekend fire was 2 houses away from hers. With a forest fire breaking out the same weekend near Sydney, the dry conditions have her echoing the fire chief's calls for better access to emergency water supplies.
The hydrant replaced or one put in there.
The chief of one of the neighboring departments that was called to the weekend fire is backing the West Bay fire chief and asking Inverness County for help. They say volunteer fire departments don't have the money or time to maintain dry hydrants themselves, especially with low water levels becoming more of a norm.
We did a scope, I believe it was about 18 months ago, where we spotted 14 spots where we used to normally be able to get water. At that day, 12 of them were unreachable for us because the water levels in them areas has diminished.
In an email, the chief administrative officer for Inverness County said each volunteer fire department is its own legally incorporated entity with its own budget, and that it's the responsibility of departments to maintain and put in place any dry hydrants they deem necessary. He added that the Fire Service Association of Nova Scotia is conducting a full review of fire services across the province, and its report will provide recommendations that will take into account feedback from volunteer fire departments. Ryan McDonald, CTV News, Glendale, Nova Scotia.